Hi, diddly ho, friendaloons. It's Rale. It is once again time to Nintendo things, but we're having some technical difficulties. Namely, we can't hear Set Whacker or Storm Song. They are here. They're just dead to the world. So they can't say hi, so give me a moment while we poke at Discord and see what the hiffly hoffly is going on. Because I can hear everything except them. It's not that they're muted. One day everything will work easily, and that'll be a good time. And I reset Discord, so it's not Discord, and it's not my audio device, because I can hear everything else just fine. It's specifically their voices. Yep, technical difficulties. So I'm going to go back on mute while we fix this. And yes, Night Owl, do not want docs tags, but I can't change tags. I was going to yell at Storm or Whacker to do it, but I can't hear them. Whacker's working on tags. So back to mute while I fix the audio. One moment. Alright, I have ungoofed it. It was, for some reason, Discord desynced itself from the rest of my audio settings. So when I changed my audio settings, everything but the voice specifically for Discord changed. Weird flex,
Whoa.
but okay. Say hi, lads.
Hi, lads.
Hi, lads.
Alright. It's
Okay.
Zelda time.
Are we audible? Can the rest of the world hear us?
I can hear you, and they could hear me earlier. I assume that they can hear you too.
Chatty chat, can you hear us?
Also, yes, I am sure they are real. I have met them in person. They have been hugged. I have watched Storm sleep.
Wait, what?
All right,
course,
Night Owl. Night Owl said I can hear you just as well as I did last night, which means Night Owl can't hear us because he's deaf and old.
Anyhow,
Also, Rale, you're going to want to turn me down ever so slightly.
turn you down ever so slightly.
Turn down for what?
These prices!
Let's try that.
Why I walked into that.
Give it a doo-wop, doo-wop, a doo-wop.
Perfect. So,
Okay, yeah, that's better.
last time we ended up in jail.
News!
So now it's time for a jailbreak.
It's good to see all you lovely chatty people. Silicon Soul, Zerg, Night Owl, UNC Samurai, Streamlabs. Wait a minute.
Behold the power of a new controller.
Look at Night Owl's latest quote.
Oh, God. I watched Storm sleep. What?
Stormy storm.
Yes, Wacky?
Hi, stormy storm.
Hi, Wacky.
Stormy storm.
So I'm testing out my new, roleplay system, as I've been talking about, and last night Whacker built the first, normal character anyone's built in the system thus far.
Oh no, they can jump.
Deku are Dekui.
Fuck your wall, Rail.
Yeah, no, I thought I had. I thought I had him.
You thought wrong.
Yeah, apparently. Okay, so box is only good for stealth.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Worst part is I don't have the powers this time, so I can't,
Oh, right, because you don't have the stave right now.
Yep.
But yeah, no. So like one member of the party is essentially a Jedi. Another member of the party is Conan the Barbarian, having been picked up by a spaceship and wondering what all this fancy starship stuff is. And then Whacker goes and plays an industrial pilot. He's the space trucker.
Yeah, man.
You
Can you
would.
not kill those things, Rale?
No, I have no gear. They took all my shit.
You can't pick up pot and smash face?
Pretty sure no. I haven't actually tried that. That is a good...
I think you're missing the point, Whacker. Zelda is supposed to be an intellectual.
Supposed to be.
But yeah, I'm glad that they decided to make Zelda a girl in this game.
God fucking... Ah!
Yeah, this is the first one where they made Zelda a girl, didn't they?
So they Zero, they stole the staff that allows me to do the summons.
Yes.
Making sure, because I remember these guys being touchier than I would prefer. You saw nothing?
Run away! Also, Rale,
Yes.
you might want to stream to Whacker and I, because we are in delay.
Yeah. You could probably use that. All the other Discord problems, I forgot about that part. One moment.
Yes.
And shit.
Discord, why can't you ever keep OBS properly?
Zerg says that Zelda is now part of Cargonia. You should Cargonia them.
I have M&Ms.
This is acceptable.
Under now my mouth. Come on.
That's a suspicious floating box.
We represent the lollipop queue.
Okay. That should be well enough. I'm not going to bother with that other rupee. I am not poor.
We're sorry, our king. We were suddenly mysteriously boxed in. We don't know why. UNC Samurai says, box, box, box.
What does the box say?
Ding, 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 ding.
Alright. Oh yeah, we do still have that one specific ability. Oh yeah, I remember now. Rip, rip.
Night Owl is disappointed in you, Rale. You left money on the floor. How could you call yourself a loot goblin?
I am not the loot goblin in my household. Fox is the loot goblin. I am a loot connoisseur. I throw math at things.
Suspicious, but I'll accept it. There you go. Like all of life's problems, you just need to force it. Angrily.
We'll deal with that when we have our powers. I know what puzzle's back there. Oh, speaking of our powers. Hey there! Quick reminder, they are eating spider webs as cotton candy. And they decided that the holy staff of summoning that I had is an excellent cotton candy stick. Oh god,
Boing.
the Charod's sticky from the cotton candy. Alright, powers reobtained.
Indeed.
Yep. Wrong one. See, whenever you run into this puzzle, if you don't have your powers back yet, the goal is to stack all these objects in the specific way that allows you to climb up to get the heart piece, but if you just go get your powers, you just do that. And problem is solved.
And today, in a stunning display of insensitivity, Zelda bamboozles a tribal people.
To be fair, they think like that they're the civilized folk, and everyone else is bumpkins, I believe is the specific word they use.
Yes. Acceptable.
It's like we're the country folk.
In Nomatea. And Chris Picula. Chris has returned to the land of the ice and snow.
How
He
was
found-
the trip, Chris? Wait, we can just go this way. There we go. Into the well! Well, well, well.
Oh, I think I see what you're supposed to do. Oh, right, I'm looking at the Twitch. I'm probably a few seconds behind you. Yeah.
Oh, that didn't work.
Actually, I'm wondering if what you need to do is get the stone, then climb back up onto the thing.
You mean climb back up here?
Yeah.
1 sec. Oh wait, no, he did what I wanted.
Oh, okay.
Kind of. But not in the way, but he won't do it with me on top, and I don't think I've got the room. Let's find out. Go, my little friend. Nope, he doesn't go high enough. Ow!
You got flattened. So, like, go back underwater.
Mm-hmm.
And then grab the stone as low of a position as you can from.
1 sec.
And then, like, yeah, get it under the thing. Well, never
I
mind.
think you just trapped me.
I may have just trapped you.
Oh god.
Storm is not good at visual puzzles.
No, he's not.
Apparently not.
It was a calculated risk, and brother, I got C's in
Oh,
math.
there it is. I figured it out. Ha-ha! I am smarter than Box.
Yes. And the world shall soon pay the price.
Also
What in the
canonically
hell
smarter
is
than
that?
Storm Song now. It's
One
one
of
of
them
the
fucking
wrong
double.
one. I wanted this guy. That is one of the slimes. It's one of the water slimes, but he got
Can you
in-
get one?
Yeah, I have him already.
Well, then deploy.
I don't know. I don't think perfectly symmetrical violence is going to solve this problem.
Give me a moment. Yeah, no, he's normally a small boy. Here. First... Okay!
I somehow knew that was going to get quoted.
Nope. Okay, I'll get past hole now.
Stormy.
Do you have anything that's like a bomb?
I don't think bomb go... Okay, the hole just disappears after a while. That took a long time, though. That was annoying. Okay. Now then, first foot things first. Deal with that. See, there's two of them.
We are electric. We are electric.
Electric slide.
Plan B.
Mister,
plan.
Mister, where's the dreams that I've been after, Mister?
Storm.
Mister, you
Someone's
promised only lies.
Storm.
Only after.
Okay, the
Only
Wizards
after.
apparently decided it's gonna be stupid. Noted. Now we summon Sword Moblin. There we go. Good boy. This is why you're
Wow.
my go-to.
Hey, UNC, what's the name of that old dude dance?
Whacker, the fact that you don't know the name of the old dude dance.
Rale.
Is a sign that he's probably old.
Okay, both of you little shits. I'm actually quoting the song lyrics.
I know, but I just can't resist ragging on you being old.
Stormulus P. Thrunkle Butt.
That.
Oh, look, it's Super Chief.
He is the chuperest of Seifs.
Super Chief.
Super Chief, Super Chief, Super Chiefy.
He is Super Chiefy. He says, "Hib guys."
Hib.
Holiday Hoobie Woody. Oh, so what are you lads doing for Thanksgiving?
My padre and I are having my studio partner and his family over for Thanksgiving. As we decided it would be nice to share Thanksgiving with, more than just the two of us, because while we love each other, holidays have gotten a little quiet since Mom's passing.
Valid.
I will also be joining the Storm Song household.
Oh, okay. I'll be sure to get the furniture plastic ready.
How dare.
Hey, you're always telling me to keep my room clean.
So cheesy.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the record, our little Stormy Storm, he is my favorite horse ever, but he is a messy horse.
Oh,
This is not untrue.
He's a very, very messy horse.
so much hay. Hay everywhere.
Hey!
Hey there.
Whoa, wrong kind of hay.
Oh wait,
Oh, hey there.
this would have done it had I sorted out my master plan. Okay.
Yeah, had you not screwed it up. Good job, Rale.
No, we want that
You
box
silly
to be
Billy.
above, and there we go. Now we can easily get back out. So first,
Go
we're
get
gonna
your
this
go
thing.
get your rupee.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm doing.
Get the rupee!
Shut up, Whacker.
Whacker showing us his expertise in business networking.
Look, man.
Shit.
Man,
Summon shark.
karma.
Yes, I was in fact raised in a barn. No, I'm just kidding. My dad's house is wonderful.
I mean, to be fair, one of Fox's family members has a barn that's converted into a livable house on the upstairs. The whole upstairs is livable, and that family member actually prefers that to her actual house, which is this massive thing.
Yeah. That is one thing I'm thankful for and would have to consider myself fairly lucky for, which is when I moved back to hometown, I was looking for an apartment, looking to set up a job and such, and my dad was just like, Storm, I don't mind you living here because I honestly can't stand watching you pay rent. And that's not like him being compassionate. He just can't stand people paying for things that are too expensive.
Well, and to be fair, if you wanted to try to do some kind of situation, you could actually, like, quote, pay your dad rent.
Oh, I do, in the sense
In the form
of,
of, like, you know, contributing to getting the house paid off, which will, in fact, benefit you.
Oh yeah, no, that's pretty much the kind of stuff we're doing. I help pay for things around the house, and as he's getting older, I'm doing a lot of the heavier work in the yard and so forth.
Well, you are kind of fat.
Eat a dick, old man! Oh, it's Kuzra.
How do? Also, it's just these parts. There's also, like, normal Zelda parts.
This game is like playing from the perspective of Commander Keen's Eastern European grandma. It's oddly specific, but I get it.
This is the button we wanted. Yes! We rise against the tide!
Rale.
Yes, Whacker.
Hi.
Hi.
How you
And
doing?
now's the moment where she stops breathing. I like that part. No.
Storm.
Wow, Storm. Just wow.
Storm.
Oh, we actually want to leave it there. Boop. Swimmy, swimmy. Swimmy, swimmy.
Skibbity swimming.
No.
Storm.
As you may know, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, I have discovered a new sensation to anger the elderly. Especially Rale.
Well, mostly Crispy and Gonzo.
Yeah.
Like, this is, like, Crispy's absolute kryptonite.
Night Owl, there's no way my brain's gonna rot. There are too many preservatives in it.
Look. Okay. I was on 4chan in the early 2000s.
Oh,
Brain rot is nothing new. Okay?
I wasn't a 4chan person because that's like turbo levels of fucking brain rot, but I was a goon.
Ah, so Whacker is goon maxing these days. No, I am not taking the conversation there.
I'm referring to something awful.
Yes, I'm aware.
I mean,
That
you are
was-
something awful, but...
That was in the days. That was in the days where Newground was young and albino black sheep was still a thing.
Oh my god. Okay, so I just found out about something the other day. There is a term called lesbian sheep syndrome.
What?
What?
So, there was a study done for homosexuality in sheep, right? Because about 30% of male sheep of rams are known to have participated in it, and about 8% of male sheep are will actively pick another dude over a female sheep. Okay, so the study was done on this, but initially the study didn't really look into female sheep because they didn't notice any gay female sheep. And so, a follow-up study realized the reason for that is because of how sheep breed. Namely, that when the female sheep wants to get down and dirty, they just stand there. Because that's how it works with sheep. So they realized whenever two female sheep like each other, they'll just stand there next to each other. And me finding out about this was with was along with the caption of, "And they were both bottoms." Lesbian sheep syndrome is that whole feeling of both being attracted to each other, but it's just the logistics aren't working. Wait, what?
I need an adult.
I am an adult.
No, you're not. I need assistance.
Oh my God, Samurai, that's amazing. It had to be you. A psychozoological study of lesbian tendencies in sheep.
Wow. I will be right back. I'm going to go downstairs and get the ice cream scoop and see if I can remove the last 5 minutes of conversation from my head. BRB.
Bringing us back to something Puzzle Pulsar, which was, we are just like PBS, except we can say
Yeah, no. The lesbian sheep syndrome itself is like an Urban Dictionary term. It's a meme thing, but it came around because people read that study. So there's actual science behind the meme, which is the best kind of meme.
I don't.
Especially because it traumatizes Whacker.
Kuzra says, as your moderator, I must advise you cite your work cited.
I don't know what. So I haven't actually seen the follow-up article. I did find the main article about the homosexuality in sheep. It's actually pretty well published. Fox is the one who found the follow-up article, and she just told me about it. Because I told Fox about the first one and about the meme, and she's like, I have to find the article.
Yep. Well, Chris just got quoted. I will say no more other than I think Glorman's glad to not be a part of this conversation. I'm not making fun of Lorman's place of birth. I would never do that.
Oh, God. Okay, I actually do need to bio break for a second. BRB, Jesus Christ, you two.
Also, Rale, when you do your works cited, I'm expecting Chicago Manual of Format. And brother, I got A's in literature.
Okay, so, oh my God, this is something I actually have asked people who are in library science about. Tex was one of them, but more than just him. And yeah, it basically comes down to that the different methods of citing, so they prefer each different type of science or area of study tends to prefer a different style of citing your works.
Yeah,
but it really just boils down to an academic dick measuring contest of one guy thinks he's smarter than the others and vice versa.
I would say that, that's true of all but the big two, because I think there's, 7 or 8 of them. Yeah. The big two, which are MLA and not MLA, Chicago Manual Format. I forget what the science one is called. But those two make sense because of the differentiation in kind of sources. Science has to deal in research, aggregation, things like that. Whereas history and literature have to deal in first, second, and third hand sources. So the citation methods make sense for how they are different. But barring that, yes, the vast majority of citation methods are just different people trying to copyright something.
The amount to which... This is the thing that annoys me most about college. Like, I like learning stuff, but the amount to which a lot of academics is just basically a dick measuring contest, it just annoys me to no end.
Oh yeah, no, believe me, I deal with it every day.
This is why I didn't go into science. Also because my brain is not built for, like, biology and such. My brain is built for numbers, economics and statistics. Not like theoretical numbers, real numbers.
Although I will say that I understand certain temptations, like when I was using the textbook they threw at me this semester for teaching the class, that, you know, I basically was like hired a week before, so I didn't have time to really study the textbook. And as I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, if I was teaching actual studio audio engineering students, this textbook would be pretty decent. These are musicians. These are music students. They don't have training in fluid physics. They don't have training in acoustics. They don't have training in electrical engineering. This textbook's horrible. I should write my own. And then I realized, oh, so that's how it begins. Incidentally,
academic pilled.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so actually, Storm, you might like something I saw a video of earlier this week. It was, this guy was showing in a science class how waveform functions work. So he had a trumpet and a pipe, and there were a bunch of candles along the pipe.
Yep.
And the height of the flame would change to match the wave of the sounds.
Yep. I do love seeing those.
So it was like, it was straight up, it was just a visualizer in flame!
Yes. Which is really the best thing in science.
Yep. I do not think I'm going to be going for a master's degree, at least not right now. Mostly I need a bachelor's because I've hit a point in my career where I can't move up without a degree.
Well, and honestly, master's degrees are only useful in research or academia.
Yeah. Fox is thinking about going for her master's degree because she works in research, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that would make sense, yeah.
Yeah, she does not want her PhD, though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you only really want a PhD if you're actually going to be, like, a full-on research professor or seeking tenure track or something.
From what
like
she's described of looking at jobs, you only want a PhD if you really want to work in something very specific for the rest of your life, because it's going to cause you to be overqualified for anything that's not your specific niche, and thus not get hired.
Yeah. And this is the strange part, but you could also just not post your doctorate in a resume if that's a problem, but it's also one of those things of, like, I worked on this, why should I not post it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely not something to do if you're trying to,
So, Font Boy, Fox was going to do that, and then the pandemic happened and screwed up everything.
Yep.
And as for Chris, so Fox works in research for the Fed. Like, she works in plant research.
Now, is she a botanist or is she something else?
So technically her, oh god dang it, her degree is plant breeding and biotechnology.
Okay.
She's actually got like 3 or 4 different bachelor's degrees that are like all cross with each other.
Yes.
I am back physically, but I think mentally I left the chat a long time ago.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Whacker's back, and if things go right, he's gonna chokeslam me tonight.
Storm.
Yes, Papa?
Storm.
I mean, between the deer facts and that's good. These guys are annoying. Okay, you know what? You want to play like that? Fire! Feel the embrace of Zorg, peasant.
I got to bully Red Fog a little bit last night because of the Minecraft discussion in mod chat. Like, hey, Red, there's probably going to be a rule named after you. Which was when one of the mods was complaining about, like, if we do any kind of Minecraft server, it has to be vanilla. I don't want people turning it into Factorio and crashing my computer again. So I now call this the Red Fog Protocol.
So, back what I was saying before I got distracted by needing to light a motherfucker on fire.
Yes.
Beeple Farms Animal Husbandry Division.
Oh god. I forgot about this. I wasn't prepared for this today. So, to catch the audience up on that little bit of lore, Whacker became very suddenly fascinated in, we'll say animal breeding because he found out how much money was in it.
Specifically, we found out, well, I already knew about this. I told them about it back in another stream in another time, about if you have a deer, a male deer that is chronic wasting disease resistant, quite literally a few grand per cc, which is milliliter, of
Their
deer
sperm.
nut.
I was being polite.
Yeah, a few grand per milliliter is like dear lord. Get it? Dear lord.
Oh no, Night Owl quoted me again.
I feel like this is Night Owl's, like, this is the form of revenge he settled into for all of this.
He has been cursed with knowledge, so he must curse
It's
us
pretty
with
effective,
quotes.
if you think about it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no one will forget our sins, least of all us.
What was that line I used during the cooking stream? Oh, you ever seen your sins manifest in front of you?
That was one thing I missed at the meetup. It was just like, every time somebody said something particularly cursed or hilarious, I was just like, I almost wish that just as we were talking in casual conversation, you'd see a little bleep quote added by Night Owl. Like he just follows us in our daily lives.
Oh, look, Night Owl found the quote.
I think Night Owl's got a catalog.
Oh no, he definitely. Whacker, have you not found the catalog? Were you not, like, told of it? It's in the Ox. The supporters channel. He regularly posts the full list of all the quotes.
Oh joy.
Yeah, if you go to the auxiliary and scroll
joy.
all the way to the bottom to the supporters table. I tagged you.
Yeah. Although I thought only supporters and mods were able to see that.
Yes.
Does Whacker chuck enough money at the Ox to get that
allowed me
privilege?
to tag him.
Oh, okay. Then it must work. Alright, so, for all of you in chat who are in the auxiliary, I'm going into the mod chat and starting to read off your sins. No.
No. We would never do that. Also, besides that, most of the Ox is fairly self-regulating. We don't actually do that much. Like, actual moderating.
Ah, here we are. Silicon Soul, 72 counts of public nudity.
That's it?
Let's see, who else do we have here? Kuzra, 83 counts of trying to restart the Persian Empire and usurp Diggs's throne.
That's
Super
it?
Super Chief, cooking Cajun food without a license.
I feel like his DNA is licensed enough.
UNC Samurai attempting to actually reinforce Bushido.
Oh no! Mistakes were made.
Yes.
So, I did just remember an idea I had the other night that I would like your guys' take on. Or actually, I think it was yesterday while I was stuck at work. Sometime recently. Idea.
Oh no.
So, you know how the car in, what is it, like Caroline or something, comes to life? There's a frog somewhere around here.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact. I know what you're talking about. Whatever that Stephen King short is. Yes.
Yeah. So what if I just jumped off that same bloody cliff? Okay, you know what? You know what? We have solutions for this. So what if you have all the cars gain sentience like that, right? Like they're still normal ass cars, but now they're say sentient.
Oh, so it's
Have
called
you not seen that movie where the truck, where like all the machines come back to life?
Yes. Maximum Overdrive was one of the first things that came up.
Also, Rale, I think the book you're talking about is called Christine.
Christine, thank you.
Yep.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Like
you
we
knew
knew
what I
what
was
you were
getting
talking
at, which was the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if that sort of happens, but they're all basically animals? And so now, in order for mankind to get vehicles, they have to hunt them. But like shit happens, and now mankind is like back to like hunter-gatherer societies.
So
it's
you
like
basically
Mad Max.
want a fucking Pokemon with Ford Focuses, is what this is.
Not really Pokemon. More like Mad Max meets Monster Hunter meets Horizon Zero Dawn.
I was about to say Horizon Zero Dawn already pretty much does this, but
Specifically, I'm imagining a bunch of dudes with spears having to hunt a U-Haul like a mammoth, where they're chasing it and trying to run it off a cliff.
I kind of like this.
It has to stop for gas
I know.
sometime.
I
Also,
know.
wait a minute. Oh my god, it's Cruiser of the Black Pants Legion. Please sign my butt.
God damn it, really? Ugh.
Look, I have to do everyone. I hadn't gotten to him yet.
Yeah, the best name that I saw given for it was Monster Truck Hunter. So imagine you like spend like an hour taking down like a fucking semi truck only to get swarmed with Vespas.
No, it's more like you go out and hunt Gravedigger. Bigfoot. I mean, if you want to make this like actual monster.
Yeah, no,
okay.
it's more than just monster trucks.
Rale, I fucking hate you because I'm actually starting to like this idea.
This is why I referred to it as a best worst idea. Like, it's so dumb, but it seems like it would actually be pretty fun.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Oh, so speaking of things that sound like they're trying to get that sweet, sweet Pokemon money, I have been watching through the relatively recent remake of Digimon, and it's actually pretty good.
Oh, like the full anime series remake that they did recently?
Yeah, Digimon Adventures.
Yeah, so the original anime was Digimon Adventure. It is just a remake of the original. It does change things, though. I did, Greymon getting a railgun is very new.
I imagine. But yeah, I just remember the story was always a little harder to follow as a kid. I think that may have been also because we didn't have, like, what do you call it?
The internet.
Yeah.
To be able to watch all the episodes in order.
Yeah, like that kind of thing. I think also I honestly kind of didn't like the animation back then, but something about the animation this time is a little more fluid, and that may just have to do with having computers and more budget.
So I am a big Digimon fan. Quite literally, the first reveal of Omegamon, Omnimon in English, during the Your War game movie is like one of those moments in your childhood that's an immediate fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fireworks here. Fire! If he doesn't screw up.
Holy Snake insists that Digimon is better than Pokemon, and that is a hill I will let him die upon.
So in all reality, they're only kind of comparable. Their systems work differently, their team building works differently, Digimon being able... They're sort of different things. You don't really collect Digimon the same way you do Pokemon. There are a lot of similarities, and I'm not going to pretend that they're not, but it's a more complicated thing than just one is better than the other. It's like comparing oranges to tangerines. Very related, but not really the same thing.
Yeah.
Also, I'm very proud of that analogy, because I feel like that's a really good analogy for what I'm getting at.
That is completely fair.
It's not.
Oh, well, from a writing angle, yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of agree with that. Like, for me as a kid, I preferred Pokemon, but that's because Pokemon had the supremacy of first arrival. Like, as an adult, I can appreciate, just because it was on first doesn't mean it was better. But, like, as a kid, I thought, this is just trying to copy Pokemon, so I never got too into Digimon.
Yeah.
That said, the characters are infinitely more interesting.
Bully Snake, I'm not going to get into the Digimon Vez better writing because it's, one, very dependent on the Digimon series, and two, while you might not care for the Pokemon show, the Pokemon manga goes fucking hard.
That is a good argument. I haven't read the Pokemon manga, but I have, like, read synopses of it and had people sort of osmose the data to me.
People fucking die in the Pokemon manga.
Oh yeah, and then there's, like, the really dark implications about the war and what that means for their society, and...
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Whacker, who was there when they first slew Leviathan.
Side note, speaking of Pokemon, so I started playing the Pokemon Pocket, or Pokemon TCG Pocket. It's actually pretty good. Like, it has a cash shop, but it really does not bring up that it exists. Like, there's a slight little thing telling you off to the side, hey, this exists if you want it. But it's not, it's like very polite about its cash shop, which I appreciate out of what is essentially a gacha game.
Yes.
Okay. Oh no. Oh wait, yeah, this is a ladder.
You still there, Whacker?
He said he was tired.
Oh, okay.
No, y'all are... y'all are doing your Pokemon Spurg thing, dude. This is beyond my knowledge set.
Wacky, you have a Switch. We're gonna make you play,
No,
what is it? The new
you're
one
really
coming out
not.
soon. Oh,
No,
come
you're
on,
not.
Whacker.
No.
In exchange, Rale will play all of the older Mario games.
I will play a older Mario if Whacker plays Pokemon Legends A to Z with me. That's not what I wanted. Shark. Ah! Wrong button. Let's go breathe real quick, because that's important.
Blarg. You know, and that's probably another thing I like about the newer one, which is... I kind of didn't find, and this was really kind of true of Pokemon too, I, after a while, couldn't really find the characters relatable in both original Pokemon and Digimon. And this may have had something to do with the 4Kids dub. I'll be totally fair about that one. But like in Pokemon, Ash was too convincingly a child. Parentheses, like, kids don't actually want to watch stories about kids. They want to watch stories about intelligent teenagers shaped like kids. Because whereas then with Digimon, it was like I am in no way convinced these are children, except for like the really little ones, because they're like way too. Well, they don't act like children.
To be fair, they're Japanese kids, which is a different ball game.
And that may be fair. But on the newer one, it seems they're more convincingly like, okay, these are kids whose abilities within the context of this are relatively believable. Relatively, I say, because I feel like any amount of realism and at least Ty would be dead by now. And probably Ken. Also, I do have to swear that I feel like the episode with the robots in the abandoned factory has to be like a reference to or homage to Chrono Trigger.
I don't know, could be. Digimon nerds are still nerds.
This is true. I can't remember, Whacker. Were you a big Chrono Trigger fan?
The first one, yes.
But not so much with Chrono Cross?
No, I was not.
Did anybody like Chrono Cross?
I haven't played it, so I don't know.
I thought that was like a whole big complaint, is that Chrono Cross wasn't very good.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, to be fair, it followed up on a game that is legitimately a masterpiece. Oh, not what I wanted. Back down we go.
Yeah, the original Chrono Trigger is one of the, like, there's a lot that was on this list, like games of all time, but it's on there.
Yeah.
Like, it has earned its place.
Yeah. It is a bit of a masterpiece, or a masterclass of its type.
Yeah. Maybe here?
I'm just thinking of that meme, like, guys talking about games, and it shows them all, like, yelling at each other angrily, and then it's like guys talking about Chrono Trigger, and suddenly we all have top hats on.
Yeah.
So is the holiday rush over for you, Rale, or is just today a day you're lucky to be free?
Today is a normal week.
Okay.
There's not, so I don't get more work because of a holiday rush or anything like that. It's whenever there is a holiday on the week, it adjusts my schedule because they have to give us the holiday off. So the other days of the week, rather than having my normal 410s, instead I work 4 8-hour shifts, as if I were a normal employee getting the normal day off like everyone else.
Okay, I see. I get what's going on here. Now I follow you. Now we're cooking with napalm.
Or not.
Haha! It works! I lived!
Yeah, Zerg, that is definitely a thing that... There is something about anime voices that can be a little bit jarring, where it's like... I know that they're going for that to sound like a kid, but that doesn't even sound like a human. Also, it's Andy Van!
What were you saying about
God?
We were talking
wow.
about... We were talking about how Whacker's voice actor clearly fits somewhere in the Uncanny Valley.
So what's going on?
More of the Zelda game in which Zelda's a female for once.
God fucking damn it.
What?
Andrew!
I'm not
Hey,
sure how to get
nice
out of this.
while they're,
No, I'm just like, wasn't she always like?
No, the joke is that a lot of people don't know, if they haven't played Zelda games, think that Zelda's the name of the main character.
You were going for that cheap joke.
Yeah, absolutely cheap. I'm being lazy today.
today.
Andy, I would kick your ass, but I don't feel like it.
Can you lift your legs that high?
Hey, my legs are amazing.
I mean, I'm sure that's what the pork fucker said when he saw him.
Oh, eat a dick, Andrew!
Dude, you're the toaster.
Saucy today.
You chose violence.
No, I got back from town just now and saw the cat sitting on a keyboard and it had a bunch of crap typed on it, and I was like, that's funny.
Yes. But no, all you've missed is additional talk about animals and their strange reproductive behaviors. Pokemon and Digimon.
We talked about gay sheep.
Yeah, Pokemon and Digimon, and then we got onto how some voice actors are like, what the hell?
I just thought of a subject. What do any of you have like a big planned expenditure for Black Friday? Like, what kind of deal are you going to take advantage of?
Unfortunately, working at Best Buy ruined Black Friday for me. But that said, I'm helping a lady from my neighborhood shop for a computer. So I guess in that sense, that's sort of my Black Friday thing.
Like Cyber Monday, I guess. Unless I thought that they decided to finally merge those two.
Yes, in the Great Ecumenical Council of Nicaea.
The Great Ecumenical Council of Retail.
Ecumenical? What the hell is that?
Ecumenical is like the academic side of running a church.
Oh.
So, like, when the Council of Nicaea met to determine, like, the biblical canon for the newly emerging Christian faith in Rome, that would be an ecumenical council.
Ah. Well, they offered me a deal, so I bought Vegas Pro for like only $99, so I should be able to start like editing videos and shit.
That's good, and I can actually work with you on Vegas because that's the one I have.
Shut up, Whacker.
Oh.
Rale.
There it goes.
And Veronica's cute Fenster waffles.
Fenster waffles.
And Growl.
I was reading a manhwa, not a manga, but a manhwa.
Was that like the Korean ones?
Yes,
Yeah.
the Korean ones.
And one of the persons said, like, I'm having pancakes with onions. It's green onions. And I was like, oh god, that sounds so good, you know?
No, it fucking doesn't.
I did like your suggestion of doing it with garlic.
Well, yeah, because I think I've had that.
No!
It's actually very good, Whacker. Like, I'm not joking either. It's like,
God.
it's a very savory pancake. You know, you'd probably have it for dinner, you know, because that's what they were doing.
Whacker, haven't you claimed to be Italian at some point? Isn't not liking anything
No,
with garlic?
I have zero Italian. I have zero Italian blood in me, sir.
I might be thinking of someone else. Who knows?
Whacker says he has zero Italian blood because he's looking through his closet full of his victims that he...
No Italians here.
Oh, I gotta go shopping. And
Man.
puts on his black cloak and his black hat.
Oh my god.
No.
Actually, imagining Whacker as the character in a movie with, like, the black trench coat and the black, like, bowler hat or something kind of makes him haunting to me.
I can't see a bowler hat as haunting. It's gotta be a top hat.
Or, well, it could be a top hat, it could be like, what are those called? Trilby or a fedora?
I'm gonna be honest, I can't tell the difference between the two, but that's because I've never really looked that hard.
Because he's a dumbass.
Oh no, I just had a dumb idea.
No.
The Fedora.
You know what? At this point, I could see it.
You would.
Especially given the lore about elves and their weird obsession with hats.
No, god dang it.
Did you
Uh,
guys talk about red caps?
not yet, but that is definitely a possible subject.
I mean, you could have the red hat of a red cap be a fedora.
Like, red caps are like goblins that just went total murder hobo psycho, right? Like, they soak their hats in the blood of their victims.
I think it was something like that.
I don't think they specifically have to be. I don't know if
Murder
they're like
hobos.
specifically goblins. I think.
Well,
I think
from
they
what
were
little
originally their own thing, and then they just kind of got collated with each other.
I guess. Like, when I did a little bit of research in it, goblin, I think goblin is like, or whatever original word it was, is like French for like ugly elf.
Yeah, goblin covers a whole bunch of different things, if I remember.
Well,
correctly.
goblins, elves, gnomes, dwarves, they're kind of all the same interchangeably in a way. Like Tolkien had goblin and orc.
Okay.
Originally, they were just kind of the same thing, but different names.
I can hear a couple people out in the world reeing as hard
Yeah,
as
well,
can
they
right
can-
now.
They can go drink some water or something.
I mean, that's the nicest thing you've said today.
Andrew!
People like that probably haven't had a glass of water in like 10 years. Sitting there drinking Mountain Dew and eating Cheetos. Filling themselves up with that red dye number 13.
Jesus Christ, Andrew, you are loaded for bear today. God damn.
Okay, so it seems at least in general they are viewed as goblins by most people who categorize this stuff. They were originally called red combs or bloody caps.
I sent you guys that video of that guy who, he went around randomly asking people about what they thought a goblin was and stuff.
So, description and behavior. Redcap is depicted as a short, thick-set old elf with long, prominent teeth, skinny fingers armed with talons like eagles, large eyes of a fiery red color, grizzly hair streaming down his shoulders, iron boots, a pike staff in his left hand, and a red cap on his head.
So, Andrew, in other words.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have iron boots, man. That shit's expensive.
that's your only objection to this description.
And I'd love to have a halberd. Like, fuck yeah.
Yes.
Well, now we know what we need to get Andrew for Christmas.
Now I just gotta ask, what kind of bird is a halberd?
So, elf or alf in the Anglic languages, deriving from the Germanic. No, I'm just answering something.
No, we are
sarcastic.
ignoring you, bitch!
Yeah,
I'm just answering something Zerg asked. Referred to otherworldly beings, so it's akin to Japanese kami or Hebraic el. So, elf was more of a vague category of spiritual beings. In later Renaissance work, elves were much more fae and fairy in the way we think of them. But, goblins were fae. Pro were fae. So, elf and fae were kind of inter-synonymous words.
As a kid, a little ignorant Southern boy.
Mm-hmm.
When you think of elf, you think of Santa's elves. Always thought of elf as a little tiny, basically a gnome. And I remember I was watching the Sci-Fi Channel, and it was Record of Lodoss War. And this lady with long ears drops out of a tree. And one of the characters says, "Oh, it's an elf." And as a kid, I'm sitting there losing my mind, like, "What the fuck? This isn't an elf. What?"
Yeah, and also in answer to Nomataya, the whole thing about Fae being allergic to iron is a relatively recent, past 300 or 400 years, addition to the lore. It is not part of, the oldest versions of the lore.
I haven't heard that one. I always thought it was cold iron.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't really understand the difference between iron and cold iron. I think cold iron is tempered at a lower temperature than iron is, or something like that. I don't really understand.
So it was originally regular iron. Basically, it just couldn't be heated. It had to be cold enough that, like, it would be freezing to the touch. Later, we sort of developed it into an idea, like, an elementally aligned thing. There was some reference to, like, if it was a piece of iron that had been used to kill someone, or was near death, so, like the spikes of a wall from a cemetery.
I can only think of the Fae being like weak to iron. The only thought process that comes to mind is iron is like the very beginning of industrialization and mechanization, to where, and I kind of see the Fae at odds with, like, industry and mechanization, kind of like, almost in the Tolkien works.
Yes.
Look,
I don't know if that makes sense or not.
all I know is when a Fae makes a deal for your firstborn child, your first response upon signing the contract should be, "So when do we start?"
Yeah, I told you about that.
Andy, I had seen that meme a long time
No,
before you showed
no,
me.
you haven't. You great debaucherous liar, you.
If he's wearing if he's wearing specific
spicy as shit, and it
if
is
he's
so
wearing
nice.
if he's wearing specific shoes, is he Reebokterous?
You've seen Rale's giant hobbit feet. He doesn't wear shoes.
Ah! Why would you out me like that? Maybe you all just have fucking tiny, dainty little feetsies.
No, I'm a size
Okay,
13.
alright. No, we're going down this path. What size shoes do you wear, Rale?
13 wide.
Jesus Christ.
I wear 13 regular.
Well, that's because you're a fucking horse.
I mean, that's fair.
Horseshoe sizes are different.
I think I wear 11 wide, but
Okay, 11 and a half.
To be fair, the shoe sizes actually kind of match, given that Storm's about the same height as me, and you two are both shorter than me.
I mean, shoe size and height tend to be correlated, tend being the operative word.
Yeah, it's almost like we're just built different.
Zerg says we've gone down the Arcanum route.
Yeah. Yeah.
As opposed to the Cocanum route.
I would never go that far in the Arcanum route, but I do kind of think of the idea as like magic and technology. To some extent, they're polar opposites, but to some extent, they also work together. Like Magitech, like that's an interesting concept. Like,
I'm always torn because it really just depends upon the individual setting for me. Like, there's things I dislike about magic technology cannot coexist, and things I dislike about magic is just another kind of technology.
So, I will cite a pagan friend of mine, he's an occultist, who, his take on it is that they are both expressions of man's will to control things. So they are not necessarily oppositic, they're just different forms to the same function.
Yeah.
What is this again? Say it again. This is what?
That magic and technology are both manifestations of man's desire to control something.
Yeah. I mean, at least in my RPG, it's science. Well, part of it's because science is just the methodology. So in all reality, you should be able to apply science to magic, no problem, assuming magic produces consistent results. Which, if it doesn't, you have a whole different boat of problems.
Well, that's usually the trope, right? Is that magic is opposed to technology because it is not measurable and predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the same. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, or it's predictable up to a point.
Yeah.
And then suddenly things start going wacky. Parentheses, SCP Foundation and or Full Metal Alchemist.
usually it's like magic uses some form of supernatural force to happen. You know, it's
It depends on the setting of how exactly magic works. My setting, for example, for my RPG is that when magic came back into the world, it basically broke physics over its knee. So scientists had to restart from scratch because physics just doesn't work the same way it did before magic.
The Tribate and/or Death Stranding theory.
Actually, here's something okay. This is one of the things that for some reason, like, makes me unreasonably upset, and I know that it's silly for me to be upset about it, but it just does, and I acknowledge it. I was reading a manga, and they're fighting skeletons, and one of them cast like a fireball. I was like, "Oh, it's a skeletal mage," and I just started flipping out. I'm like, "No, the undead can't use magic unless they still got their." Like, I understand a lich and like something that still has some remnant of its soul or something like that, but like basic bitch like fodder skeleton, I don't know. That just
Well, what if the
makes me
skeleton?
cross my arms and pout like a child.
Well, what if the skeleton was enchanted by its maker?
See, that was the first thought that came in my mind. Like, what if it had like reserved mana given to it by its maker? Which then I could be like, okay, I get that. Like a, I don't know, mana battery or some shit.
Yes.
Again, it's a silly thing to be upset about.
Oh.
It's fantasy, but it's like there's got to be rules. God damn it!
See, that's the thing with magic. There's a lot of which I prefer. I like systems that magic doesn't have rules. Bring the wonder back to magic. Let magic be, magical. But that also runs into its own problems.
Yeah. Also, Whacker, I just thought I should let you know there's been a new development to my system since last night that I think you'll be happy about. I've added in a stat called metachlorines.
Okay. I'm going to take a moment and pause before I respond to this.
Wow. Let's hope that this is a development that he practices more often, folks.
Wow. You angered the asshole out of him, Storm. What have you done?
You de-Sithified him.
Numatia wants you to smack me upside the head, which I don't disagree with.
You made him so angry that the anger gained sentience and decided to just leave his body and like, nah, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm not dealing with this anymore.
Ah, so that's how Gonzo was born.
Wait a minute. Storm? Is there a ranking system for musicians that measures them based off of their MIDI chlorians?
Yeah, but you'd have to be into computer music for that one. The highest midi-chlorian counts in the Legion, for example, are Mad Ducks and I.
I thought midi-chlorine was just the amount of, like, a smaller amount of chlorine you put in the pool.
So, what was, in fact, going to be your response, Whacker? Now I'm curious.
I had a brain wipe when fucking Andrew decided to drop that one.
Did you blue screen?
I fucking blue screen, dude.
He just sits there and he goes, dunk, a bunch of windows
Jesus
start popping up.
Christ.
Look,
I feel
had
like
that at work the other day.
I feel like I
understand.
actually wanted to like defer my response to like Crispy because I feel like Crispy could channel even more of his Spurg rage into this.
Yes.
I'm just disappointed, Storm.
So I'm disappointed.
I'm giving you the parental disappointment look.
Tired German says Whacker's rage went from boiling to plasma.
We have achieved new states of matter.
He went full anime and surpassed his limits.
He's gained a new transformation. Congrats.
You know, one of the things that really annoys the shit out of me is that some people can. Well, one, Andrew, your entire fucking existence. Two, some people can occasionally deadpan before they shitpost, so you don't know it's coming. But sometimes you can just hear the sometimes Rale just tickles himself so much with what he's thought of that he starts giggling before he even says it, right?
Yep.
Storm deadpanned that one, which pisses me off.
So, I feel like I should context. I did actually train myself to do that because I was worried about making a joke that people wouldn't get. And so part of it's just like not feeling bad about laughing at my own jokes.
Yep. Yep. So yeah. Also,
yeah.
I will assure you, Chad.
Proud of that one.
I will assure you, Chad, that there are no metachlorines in my game. I actually hate that whole concept as much as Whacker and Crispy do. I am just willing to employ it for my own nefarious purposes.
I know I've said it multiple times, but I like to think that was like just a fad that a sect of the Jedi decided to start believing in, like, I don't know, like Facebook fads or something like that.
Essential oils.
I think my favorite interpretation of it, if you have to have it, is that they weren't measurements of your force activity in the sense that they gave you the force, but in the sense that they were drawn to...
No, god damn it, now those puzzles are gonna reset.
But yeah, that said, no, I very much believe in the magic as magic, especially in this particular setting.
I mean, literally the force is Deus Ex Machina incarnate.
Yeah,
that's what it's what it is.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about in reference to my own space opera setting. Like, it's definitely the magic is magic, and it is more than you could ever come to comprehend or know.
I'm still salty.
This is acceptable.
Controlled by giant space whales.
In my setting, magic is essentially just a force of raw potential that can be guided by will.
Mm-hmm.
In my setting, magic is whatever the fuck I decide to be, and fuck the readers.
I mean, that's acceptable. Especially if the readers are into that.
Andrew.
I'm gonna wait till they just figure it out, and I'm gonna change the rules and make them all angry. I'm gonna laugh at it.
That reminds me of the publish a book, but make each run a different ending, and watch people, like, argue over them. And so you end up having 12 endings, and then when the discourse finally calms down, when they finally figured out there's 12 endings, tell them, guys, there's 13 endings.
Look, if Toriyama could do it, I could do it too.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Shut up, Whacker.
Also, respect on his name. The man was a Chad.
He was. I just want to know who really blew up the Saiyan planet, because it doesn't seem to make any sense.
Look, man, here's my shtick with Toriyama. I don't care whether or not you like Dragon Ball, but you have to respect someone who created a work that's so beloved that fucking cartel crime would decrease when a new episode came out.
Yep. One of my favorite FBI statistics.
I think they're reanimating a series of his called Dr. Slump.
Hmm?
Which I think exists in the Dragon Ball universe and technically has the DBZ's, or that universe's most ultimate character, Azel.
Yeah, Azel is canonically strong enough to throw it to beat up Vegeta.
And Goku, right?
I mean, a lot of people have beaten up Vegeta before, though.
Yeah.
Because that's a feat. Wow, bruh.
Someone drew a comic where it was like Trunks was looking at Piccolo and he says, My dad isn't gonna lose, is he? And they zoom in on Piccolo's face, and he's just got this, like, his lips are pursed, and he's smiling like, I'm not gonna say anything.
So here's the thing. Vegeta gets his ass kicked so often, it's quite literally become his personal super form. You know how Goku has Ultra Instinct? Vegeta has Ultra Ego, and it is the more damage he takes, the stronger he gets.
This is true,
He learned
and I know
to
that
weaponize that shit.
I know that when he's finally got the whole old man thing going, like when he's actually being a responsible dad and shit, that he's actually pretty badass.
Fucking, goddamn it, the abridged series. I'm a way better dad than Kakarot is.
Well, you know what? At least I'm not Krillin. Yeah, now they got you.
Listen to me, Kakarot. I'm using his name. For those who haven't seen them, Team 4-Star did release a series of bits called the Boo Bits that are sort of what they would have done with the Boo Saga in short clips. You can watch them on their channel. They are actually really good. It's the Vegeta versus Goku fight, and Vegeta is pissed because he says he's going to Krillin's dinner cookouts and such, and he's like, listen to me, I'm using his fucking name.
UNC Samurai says, my favorite Japanese cultural item is how they ask Squeenix to not release Dragon Quest games on school days because of truancy issues.
I don't judge for that. Fucking Dragon...
No.
Night Owl... Oh.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was gonna read Night Owl's comment as well, which is, Storm or Whacker, has Rale seen the Pants song?
Has Rale seen the Pants song?
I'm not sure what you're asking, Night Owl. Please send me a link.
I don't know what that is either.
Yeah. And continue your point, Rale.
So Dragon Quest, I am honestly tempted so, you know, my rule is that I only play games that are Nintendo exclusives on my streams, right?
Yeah.
Technically, Dragon Quest 11S is a Switch-specific version of the game that has additional content not available on any other system.
Ah, so you're using a technicality.
Maybe I am very tempted to use that technicality.
That's completely fair. Also,
I love that game. That game is so goddamn good.
I think we need to start naming all of the various Dragon Quest games, such as Dragon Quest, Neo Dragon Quest, Dragon Quest Forever,
oh my God,
Dragon
no.
Quest. Let us hold hands together, Dragon
Let
Quest.
us Dragon Quest together.
You know what?
Oh, wait. If I'm the victim of
Dragon
this,
Quest
then
Dream.
I need to do my favorite whacker joke then. Stop that.
Sausages!
Stop that!
Stop that. Stop that.
Dragon Quest Dream Drop Distance.
Okay, now you crossed the line, you fucking horse.
Dragon Quest, I've never seen his metachlorine count this high.
Is that plant a hydristic?
ground.
Sorry, Andrew, your turn.
I was just saying, is that plant a hydriscus?
Lol.
I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch. I know.
Well, so is the plant.
Oh yeah!
Oh, this video. Okay, this thing. Okay, so I am sending this to Rale for later. I'd be surprised if Rale hadn't seen this, but obviously he can't just really stop midstream.
Yep, I will check it out later.
It's the villain from Yu-Gi-Oh! Singing about stealing pants.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, fucking leather pants? Absolutely. La 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 leather pants, la la leather pants. Got some shoes. Why am I speaking French? I don't wanna be friends.
I mean, the French don't want to be either. No, I'm joking.
Why do you think they fight each other all the time? And like a card game or a video game, that would be their stat bonus. We get +1 attack when fighting another Frenchman.
Yes.
Anyway. I don't think I've ever called out to play a game. I really can't think of, like... I think the only time I waited in line for opening day was like one of the Warcraft expansions, but that's it. And I only did that once, and that was like, eh.
The only time I ever did was Starhawk.
Okay, I'm going to date myself here. The last game that I ever, like, pre-ordered and got seriously hyped for to only have my dreams crushed, and Storm is going to feel this in his bones,
Oh boy.
is Medieval Total War 2.
Oh yeah.
And the, absolute amazingly stable, non-crashing release that game had.
I will say that it took a lot of love to keep playing that game.
Yeah, it took, yeah.
Now, to be fair to it nowadays, it is a stable game, but like then it was just a bugfuck nightmare of a game. Which was especially insulting because it was using the exact same fucking engine as Rome.
I mean, it was the next iteration of that engine, but yes.
Well, to the point where you could still find, like, unit codes in the, what do you call that? The console menu for units that were in... Yeah, units that were in Rome.
You can find those in Empire, dude. Like, you can find those in Empire.
I mean, that's fair, yeah. But yeah, no, that one definitely does touch the soul a smidge. Last time I would have called off work for a game, I would have called in sick. I fortunately didn't have to because the entire nation called in sick. And that was, I finally got my chance to play Final Fantasy VII Remake just as COVID started.
Okay, hold it. Nermantaya has a copy of every Nintendo Power, and I am jealous. None of mine survived my childhood because, well, let's just say I have the whole Aragon. You can tell the difference between books that were mine on my shelf and books that were my wife's on my shelf, because hers were all clean, still have their jacket, while mine, the jacket is missing, the cover is in tatters, and the pages are well read.
And they stick together for some reason.
They do not stick together.
Bahamut, let us all stick together.
No!
No!
Oh my god, Storm! Storm!
What?
A dating simulator based around the summons of the Final Fantasy series.
Oh, like that doesn't already exist somewhere.
There's a dating simulator that you're living in a house that everything is like a guy you can date or a girl you can date.
Also, Andy,
There was that one with the pigeons.
Also, Andy, if it doesn't
Hot
exist, we
Boyfriend.
should absolutely make it and make all the money. And then get sued by Squeenix. Oh,
Tell them they can't own a concept.
but once you start having Ifrit, Shiva, Odin, and Bahamut running around together, it starts to become...
They don't own those personalities.
Night Owl, I missed the stream for the MRE stream last night, and I'm very sad I missed that stream, and I didn't have the chance to watch it this morning. Not this one.
Yes, there are VODs, though, and we will watch them.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to get watched. It's going to get watched. I'm waiting for Fox to be home.
I'm hoping that Crow's Constitution score holds out on this one. Also, it was funny because we were playing our Star Trek game last night, and Crow came in to watch as Samael was DMing us, and then kind of disappeared for a while, so we assumed Crow had stepped away from his computer. When I was on later, around midnight, I noticed he was still in there, so, like, my headcanon is that Crow fell asleep listening to us play Star Trek. Whether that means it was boring or soothing, I will leave up to the audience.
Volcano
Or
los
he-
dos.
Doubled over in
You-
agony from the...
You guys want me to ask Storm a question that'll send him down a Star Trek tirade for the next, 30 minutes?
How about no? How about no?
I'm amused at the concept. Let me hear it.
I don't know. Whacker said no.
Well, Whacker's thought, fucking do it.
Hang on, let me
Okay.
get my earplugs. Go ahead.
Storm,
Mm-hmm.
What is the deal with the blue aliens with the antennae stalks in Star Trek? Like,
Oh, the Andorians?
yeah, what the fuck is their deal?
Okay, so they weren't extremely well fleshed out in the original series. They appear and you kind of get some idea of their personality. You see them occasionally more elsewhere. In Star Trek Enterprise is when you really first get a lot of characterization of them in the shows, though I do believe in the books there was some characterization prior to that. Also, Night Owl is going to be angry that I'm citing Star Trek Enterprise, I understand, but at the moment that is what we have on their lore. So in Star Trek Enterprise, we learn that in much the same way as you might think of Klingons as space Vikings, the Andorians are space Prussians, so they're like extremely violent, but they're gentlemanly in their warfare. They're harshly militarily disciplined. They have a hate boner for the Vulcans at the moment, and to be quite honest, the Vulcans kind of deserve it at that point in the story. But you definitely get the idea that they are to war, and I mean war in a disciplined practice sense, what the Ferengi are to business. Like, war is a science to be exploited and understood. They are brave, but they are not reckless, the same way a Klingon would be.
Alright, I was thinking because I remember an episode that they were talking about their whole, I don't know what they called their thing, the Federation or Coalition or something. I'm like, I didn't know these guys were powerful enough, but that was, I think, during an Enterprise episode, so I don't know if they've, fallen apart or what.
So in Enterprise, we're seeing the birth of the Federation, or, like, the preeminent events to the birth of the Federation. And part of it is getting kind of the four major powers in the region to agree with each other enough to actually work together. And so that would be the Vulcans, the Andorians, the Tellarites, and the Federation. Or, not the Federation, and the Earthlings. Or the Terrans. So the problem that's going on at the time is that the Vulcans, who have not yet discovered that the Romulans are an offshoot of them, are being actively manipulated by the Romulan Star Empire to perpetuate war with the Andorians, thus prohibiting unification of other powers in the Alpha Quadrant.
I love how it storms so much on this tangent that I just slapped this boss around, and he didn't even fucking stop.
Wait, you also brought up one of my two favorite races from Star Trek. So long story short, General Shran is one of my favorite characters ever, because I like it when... You know what? I'm going to use a character reference that... at least Rale and Andy will understand. Or, well, I don't know if Andy's seen My Hero Academia. Imagine that you're around a bunch of Federation officers with their usual, Starfleet officers, as it is in the Federation yet, with their usual, I believe we can solve this, peaceably and through talk. And then you are, the space alien equivalent of Mr. Ayazawa being like, oh my god, this is gonna end so fucking badly. And you still end up siding with them because you kind of like them more than the other guys.
Yeah.
Also, I just have to respect any advanced alien species that still engages in knife fighting.
I kind of like the lore that, I usually see it in HFY stories, is the reason humanity goes so hard to find a peaceful or diplomatic solution is because we know how monstrous we can be when we have to be.
Yeah, I've been noticing those HFY stories appearing more on YouTube. I've marked some to listen to.
I mean, it was like what Quark said. It says, "You exploded nukes in atmosphere twice."
Yep. But and then of course there's the reverse of that in the scene where he's like, "I want you to try this." I don't know. What is it? It's a human drink called root beer. Don't worry, just give it a test. It's free on the house. Tries it. Oh my god, it's so sweet and cloying. Yeah, and bubbly. How could they even drink this? Well, that's the funny thing. After a while, you start to like it. It's insidious. Yes, just like the Federation.
Bruh. One day, I will sit down and I will binge watch the entirety of Star Trek.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's interesting in that scene is that's them also commiserating on hoping the Federation can save them. He's like, do you think the Federation can win? I hope so, even if they are cloying and sweet. But yeah. So yeah, long story aside, I love Andorians. They are awesome.
Okay, Silicon Soul, I know you're saying Deep Space Niners, but all I see is D69ers.
You fool!
God damn it, Rale.
Yes.
Whacker. How high can you set the power on that cattle prod of yours?
I am not a cat.
Not enough. Not enough for these purposes. Okay.
Maybe enough for these prices.
I think like Rale needs shock therapy.
No. I already get shock therapy. I'm subscribed to Sparrow's posts.
We should have never stopped with the mental asylums. We should have just kept that going.
No, okay, no.
Yeah.
As someone who's been has toured a mental asylum, no.
Are you sure? Yeah, he was touring one, right, Whacker?
It was a museum, okay? But
Look,
the whole
I'm
building smelled of dead people.
The last time I toured a place, I didn't have to wear the funny white jacket that had my arms crossed.
Or not specifically dead people, but the whole building smelled of death. Like you know when you're at a place and there's just that smell like bad shit has gone down here. You can just tell. Ugh. No, thank you. Okay, so now they're no longer after cotton candy. Now they're after proper smoothies. And they're freaking out because they don't want to be behind on trends.
Oh god, they're millennials.
Also, Frozen Hawk Hunt says that also the D69er comment had me getting stared at because I was laughing too hard.
I wonder if they eat spider webs like cotton candy. I wonder what cobwebs would taste like.
Answering
tail.
Yep. Also, in answer to UNC Samurai and some of the others. Let This Be Your Last Battlefield was strangely one of those episodes that starts out cheesy in Star Trek, and then by the end of it is kind of fucking haunting. Basically... Oh. You first, Andy.
I'm trying to remember that horrifying game, that horrifying military game is on sale.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, no, in the episode Let This Be Your Last Battlefield, there are two races, and an individual from one race is pursuing an individual from the other race, claiming they each claim the other one's like a war criminal and so forth. And the really obvious and kind of corny thing is that one of the race is black on one side and white on the other, but on the other one he's white on one side and black on the other. And so at first, it's a pretty cheesy metaphor, but you get what it's going for. But then you just, throughout the episode, see the insane depths they go to try to kill each other. And eventually they find their homeworld, and it's been gone for 50,000 years, and the weapons that were used on it were so devastating that some of the world is still burning. And so when the one escapes down to the planet and the other goes to chase him, Kirk watches in horror as it doesn't matter if their people are dead, their hatred will, echo through time. And the last scene is this really surreal moment of like one chasing the other through the destroyed and burning cities of their homeworld. And so it goes from like, that was kind of corny to, Jesus, fuck, I need a therapist after that.
Bro didn't even fucking hesitate.
Yeet! Oh, hey, how's it going?
Oh, there's a Halzakar. How do, Hals?
Ooh, Norland's on sale.
UNC Samurai says of Star Trek, there is no actual mirror universe, it's a conspiracy perpetuated by the BDSM industry to sell leather goods.
A wild Halls bot is discovered.
Yay! In
That
trying
Deku
to...
shrub is now a Deku scrub, am I right?
Oh! Mock the dead.
I mean, he's not dead yet. He's just, like, frozen in stone.
Yeah. My brain's trying to re-gear towards the game you're playing, because, like, again, I could go on about Star Trek for a long time.
I'm well aware.
But, like, as I'm trying to do so, my brain's now just trying to mix Star Trek and Legend of Zelda, and it's getting...
Mistakes were made.
it's getting mistakey. Bully says Dekus have one brain cell that they all share. It was not this one's turn.
Nah, that's us.
Yeah. Yes, Rimward, I am doing such things. Yeah, for those who aren't aware of Star Trek stuff, there's a mirror universe in the series that Kirk and later Cisco end up in, where it's like everyone's evil and or good doubles. And
That's
so you
the one
get
with the trend of the mustache. Like if your evil self has a mustache, story.
oh, yeah. The trope is called Spock's beard. So a universe where Helzakar took up MMA because professional wrestling was fake.
Oh, God.
Where Goat decided to play the trumpet instead.
I don't know. I feel like Goat playing the trumpet isn't like an evil version of him. It's just
The trumpet is the most evil instrument, and I will not hear otherwise.
Okay.
I don't know. Have you seen the trombone?
Number one, no. Number two.
The joke there is that my mentor is a trumpet player. That's more me joking on the whole anime thing of like, my mentor is clearly an evil and violent person because he made me learn things.
Fucking... Okay, so I made these lads... I don't think Whacker was there, but I know Storm was there. Watch the first couple episodes of D. Grayman. And the fucking... Alan's master, Cross, knocking him out with a fucking hammer because he doesn't want to go back to the central base. You need to go there for your official recognition, but I would rather be dead, so I'm gonna knock you out with this here fucking mallet.
Yeah. Night Owl has added my quote about trumpets. UNC Samurai says Mirror Universe Howls owns a CrossFit gym. And Hal says he actually did try MMA once, but the gym he got to was full of dickheads. Oh, and Evil Goat would play the triangle.
No, Evil Goat would be a vocalist only.
No, he would play the cowbell.
Actually, I think we're missing the point here, gentlemen. It wouldn't be Evil Goat, it would be Good Goat. Dun dun dun! No, I'm joking. Goat's a great guy.
Yeah, no, Goat was absolutely chill.
No, Evil Goat would play like a system of like people tied up, and where he hits a keys, like a knife stabs him, so that he can like play on the keys, and it would make people scream in the music he's doing.
Ah, yes, the Baron Munchausen pipe organ.
Oh wait, I know what I need to do. Okay.
I forget the exact thing, but it was the description of a pipe organ where all of the pipes are people's throats. And as you're playing it, it's their screams tuned. Let's see. In the Mirror universe, Crispy collects Chia Pets and cursed Chia Pets.
In the Mirror universe, Crispy actually doesn't like feet pics.
In the Mirror universe, Whacker is a small child. Fruit so low I had to bend down to pick it up.
In the Mirror universe, Rale's pun jokes are original.
Ooh,
So mean!
Oh. And Andy, they're actually funny.
Rimward nailed it. In the Mirror universe, Rale is a marine biologist. I don't care for being a scientist in general myself. And fuck the ocean. That's perfect, Rimward. Well played. Well played.
Ah, yes.
Wait a minute. Does that mean in the Mirror universe I'm a JoJo character?
Possibly.
Aura.
I'm trying to hold back words that are popping up in my mind.
I may be cringe, but you're mean, and that's worse.
In the Mirror universe, Tex makes Warhammer videos.
And he collects model trains.
God.
Oh God, what? Frozen Hawks makes a good...
he is a train engineer.
Squick in the Mirror universe, though.
No. He's not. He's not only is he a train engineer, like he's one of those old timey steam engine train engineers.
No. One of the train engineers who makes the model trains that you ride on.
Oh God.
Every time he makes a Warhammer video, he like slides in his disdain for like Amtrak's like practices and shit.
What's a foamer community, Mr. Samurai? Unless you meant farmer. But Mirror Universe Andy likes his job.
I mean, wouldn't Mirror Universe Tex just be Mr. Beast?
Oh God, no!
No.
Look!
Evil,
evil, but not like psychotic. No,
They're like exact opposite of him. And so no morals, willing to shill whatever.
I mean, wouldn't that
I don't know much about Mr. Beast. That's just the most popular YouTuber.
We should probably not joke about that because there were some legit, like, real, Chumbawamba spicy problems going on with this shit.
Oh, okay, that's why I knew. I don't know who Mr. Beast is. Not actually. Like, all I know is famous YouTuber, and my assumption is famous YouTuber equals shill, except in cases like Tex where you can actively see them. Like, donating
in all seriousness, we should wildly back away and drop that completely.
Yeah. Rale, shouldn't you be like sunbathing on a rock or something?
Yeah.
I am not a goddamn lizard person.
We know. That's what they all say. We believe you.
So we are
just saying that all the pictures we've taken with you in them, you're surprisingly blurry in them. You know, it's just...
That's not because I'm a lizard person, though.
Ah, see, he admits it!
Look, holding this form is hard. God damn it, Night Owl.
Thank you,
Holding
Night Owl.
this form is hard, so I'm always very slightly shaking, and that makes it hard for cameras to pick me up.
Also, Night Owl, that didn't add the quote. You forgot the add quote button. Or macro.
Alright, upgrading sword again.
I know a lot of places that where acorns are, and I kind of just want to have a pig and take them there and let them like chow down. I kind of want like a potbelly pig or a miniature pig.
Evil Universe Storm Song
Okay.
isn't Jewish, he's a Scientologist.
So, one of the rare times where I'm going to be bringing up what knowledge I have of ag due to being married to an ag scientist twice in a stream rather than just once.
Yeah.
Andy, no, this actually isn't cursed knowledge. Well, for certain variations, I guess, technically. Anywho, like, the miniature pigs and such, there's no such thing as a miniature pig. Those are just baby pigs. They will grow into full-size pigs. Every time. I do hate to burst your bubble, but I don't want you not knowing that and going out and buying a small pig and then ending up with a big pig that you don't want and don't have the room and space and all factory resilience for.
I look Whacker in the eye, and I say, so you mean eventually I'd have a 400-pound hog in the house? Oh well.
Wow.
Andrew,
Cut off your nose to spite your own face, why don't you?
Andrew, are you still salty because I sent you that video we took of you at the meetup where you wake up?
I've seen that before, and I'm like, hell yeah, that's me. God, I wish my farts were that satisfying.
Alright, everybody, chat and you lads. Fire or ice? Which am I going to go throw hands with next?
Ice.
That's
Well, I will agree with Andy on ice.
Ice, baby.
I must now proceed to engage in one of my favorite songs by Symphony X. It's fire and ice, make the sacrifice!
Fire is just... there's nothing wrong with fire. It's just, it's always the go-to, like, you know, I'm team leader and this is my power. It's like,
There's a couple in chat for fire, so I guess Whacker, what was yours?
I said ice, baby.
Okay, so that's 2 ice and 3 fire.
I said
Yeah, all three of us said
it's
ice.
three, it's three,
so...
three.
Okay, so someone in chat needs to break the tie.
Do it! Something! Make a decision for us. We are not
God damn it,
capable.
Samurai. Heart is the final dungeon, you
Heart!
sassy salmon, you.
You
How
remember when
I
I
just
did the
did
heart?
lightning. Zero
Remember
Earth was like
Rale?
the first one we did, the desert one.
Remember, Rale, everyone here works on spite. Okay, we got Frozen
We got
Hawk Hunt to
another
say ice.
Okay, ice it is. There we go. You
Oh, damn it. My side won. Now I can't rant angrily.
you had it all prepared and ready. You had shuffled your sheets.
I mean, at least it's not like another water temple, right?
I mean, the water temple in this one wasn't too... The water temple in this one's actually the easiest, because you can entirely cheese it.
What was the one line?
Wait, cheese temple? I've heard of this. Is the first I've heard of this.
That's because I didn't do the cheese. I
I
showed
would've
how I
gone to the
could have
cheese
done the
temple.
cheese, and then did the temple legit. I also would like to go to a cheese... I just
Okay.
realized I went to the whole meetup, and I don't think I ever got to try any fancy cheeses.
I think we had that one big orange block.
No, there was a tray of cheeses at one point. There was like a spicy cheese. I thought that was good.
Oh, well, I wouldn't have wanted that.
Yeah.
You know, there wouldn't be a cheese temple because you couldn't build a cheese temple without people coming up and like just eating it.
This is true.
No matter how many guards you post.
And until you get to that like level in Tank Knights where you have to rescue the Temple of Eternal Cheese from being destroyed by terrorists. Led by Crow because the only good food is hot dogs, according to him.
I mean, chili dogs with cheese on it's pretty good.
Oh my god, you've found a way to make peace.
Wait a minute. He hasn't had the hot dogs that have chunks of cheese inside the hot dog?
No, I'm sure he has. I'm just joking on
To be
Crow.
honest, if he's had that, I can understand his hatred for cheese if he has one.
Snore.
Also, Yeti.
Indeed. Yetis, this is not the first game with Yetis.
Oh.
Yetis have been around since at least
Oh.
Twilight Princess, the best Zelda
Oh.
game.
Oh god, Whacker.
Somebody fucking ban Halzakar from chat, please.
Let it go.
Let it go. Can't hold me
Whacker.
back anymore.
So, this goes again back to my ability to indulge in something I hate because it'll hurt Whacker.
I actually like that song. It's actually a good song. It's just overplayed.
In and of itself, it is not a bad song, but when you're a Best Buy employee in 2014, working in the home theater section, you will hear that song 5 times a day, and you're not allowed to turn it off, because Disney pays for that section!
Yep.
It got a door.
Oh, does he just follow me? Oh, he just follows me.
Okay. Whacker.
What?
Whacker!
What?
These youngins don't know the terror of Ski Free.
I know about Ski Free. You fucking kidding? I know I'm younger than y'all, but not that much younger. I am a man.
That first time that gray mountain monster comes down and gobbles you up, I'm like, what the hell?
You're fucking right.
Also, when you said, I'm a man, Rale, my brain went to that line from Kung Pao Enter the Fist. I'm a man, too! I go pee-pee standing up!
Storm.
I think
Fun
they
fact.
put that. I think they put the Yeti in that game because technically you could ski forever and it would make your computer I don't know, run out of RAM or some stupid shit.
Probably.
Maybe. I don't know.
Also, I was about to get a lecture from Rale.
Oh, yeah,
When
no.
are we not getting lectures from Rale?
No, now all I can think about is Kung Pao Enter the Fist. I fucking love that movie. Such a dumb fucking movie, but that's why. That's like his stomach plug on the ground over there.
I mean, holy shit, man! That movie is an assault on my style of DMing, and I'm okay with it.
Tired German, it may have partially been a Linkara reference.
I mean, always possible. Oh, boy.
I'm coming! Chosen! God damn it, I can't get my voice that high anymore.
Chosen one!
I'm coming! Thank you.
Chosen one!
I'm coming!
Chosen one!
I'm coming. No.
Oh, God! I wasn't prepared for this!
I'm sorry. The joke was just lined itself up way too well. Fucking that and I actually still once in a while will be like swinging my chain, swinging my chain, swinging my chain when he's fucking swinging the claw chain around on the top of the waterfall.
Yeah. As Whacker is so frequent to point out, I like going into really dramatic voices and such, so like everything in that movie is a spoof on overly epic and dramatic dialogue. And so when I watch that movie, I'm like, this resembles me, and I don't hate it. Remember,
Yeti.
God.
Nobody wants a Charlie in the box.
this is CNN. Sienna. CNN. CNN.
I'm getting tired of the misinformation that media keeps portraying Yetis as friendly friendly monsters. These things will snatch your head off with their bare hand.
Yeah, you have to warn the public.
It depends on the media, honestly. I don't know.
This is why so many people go missing out in the forest and in the mountains because
Yeah.
they think they're meeting Harry and the Hendersons and they're like. Because it's scientifically proven that Sasquatches are violent, glaring daggers at Whacker.
This just in, Andy believes in Sasquatch.
I'm not.
This just in, Rale doesn't believe in Sasquatch.
This just
I
in,
want
Rail's a
you-
hypocrite because Rail doesn't fuck around with skinwalkers, but believes
We
Sasquatch
have
is
a
such.
Sasquatch in chat with us right now.
Oh
A
yeah,
wild
real big
mountain
hairy feet.
Sasquatch.
I'm not that hairy.
Yeah, you fucking are.
You don't have to be mean so
Wrong
loudly.
kind of hairy.
Look, they can't release the existence of Bigfoot because if they exist, a lot of forest area that's being used for lumber would have to be designated as sanctuary zones and couldn't be, and the North American industry would collapse overnight. We can't have that because of the damn barn owl incident.
He's not wrong. I just wish he weren't right.
Also, the Jersey Devil was just like an epic shitpost between Benjamin Franklin and that one other dude.
So this poor guy, after their father passed away, was left behind by his brother who went exploring in a hot air balloon. So he's waiting for his brother to come back. And it's been a while since his brother left, and he thinks his brother hasn't come back because of something he did wrong. Because he's not doing a good enough job keeping the mountain cleaned up.
Aww. It's sad. Just like that time we tried to teach Whacker to love.
Brother, did you leave because I wasn't doing a good job? No, I left because you were stupid.
No, his brother legitimately just has wanderlust and wanted to explore.
I mean, I thought it was going to get legitimately dark and say that he, like, crashed and died or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, this is a family fucking friendly stream.
Yeah!
Look. Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey was considered appropriate for kids. Nothing we've
didn't
said
make
is worse
badly.
than that.
What was fucking Land Before Time?
Listen.
What was
No,
Never-Ending Story?
no. Yeah, Never-Ending Story was worse than any of that crap. It had the frickin' Grom in it.
The wolf.
That
Yeah,
shit
the
gave
thing
me
that still
nightmares.
terrifies me as an adult.
Yeah.
Right.
You youngins won't know true horror unless you see the Grom.
I'm not joking either. That shit is fucking terrifying.
I
Dom-
had nightmares of that thing. Just
Dom Bluth goes hard.
Grapes.
That is one thing that's interesting to see animations made before the 90s when you could still show blood in a children's cartoon.
I remember, like, they wouldn't say someone died. It was like, is he? You know, that's the furthest they'd go.
Yep. And then, of course, you have the whole Shadow Realm.
You know what else was depressing in a Never-Ending Story was the rock monster?
These big, strong
They
hands,
were big, strong hands.
but not strong enough to keep them from disappearing.
Yes. Of course, Neverending Story has that, like, legit German level of fairy tale story going.
Okay, it's not the Grom, it's the Gmork. G''M''O''R''K.
Come for me, Gamork. I am Atreyu.
You know how Gmork could have defeated Atreyu?
By fucking eating him?
No, he could have just looked at it and says, hey, where's your horse?
Yep.
Bruh!
Numataya brings up, have any of you forgotten Labyrinth?
You remind me of the babe.
Yep.
Labyrinth in a way is kind of like the passive version of Neverending Story in a way. Like,
Well, that and, like, Dark Crystal.
Labyrinth really doesn't have that much that's like actual horror.
Okay,
Like-
okay. Labyrinth was one of those, okay, like...
The scariest thing about Labyrinth is David Bowie's pants.
I was about to say,
No.
Rale. I was about to...
The thing about Labyrinth was that was one of young Whacker's awakenings to, like, girls are kind of hot.
I was gonna
Because-
say...
The labyrinth was what?
Jennifer Connelly, motherfucker.
And yeah, I mean, Whacker was a teenager then.
Yeah, well, young teen, like, going through puberty, yes.
Preteen.
Correct.
This confirmed.
Well-
Jennifer Connelly is also apparently an immortal, as is David Bowie and the whole cast of Labyrinth.
Yeah, see, look, Halls has got it. Jennifer Connelly, dude. Fuck.
Which brings me to what I was going to say before everyone had a thought at the same time, which was, of course you weren't scared by Labyrinth, Rale. You're not heterosexual. Just see David Bowie's codpiece
Oh, no.
and everyone screams.
Oh god.
I heard that there's an
You know
actual.
what, David Bowie's
Yeah.
codpiece is another good name for Alabama Habsburgs.
So
Alright, it's going on the list.
now all I can think of is you know how some people's method of role playing is to use the yes and method? Well, that's how I
Yeah.
also treat my sexuality.
Oh god. It's like a smorgasbord of degeneracy.
No, which is weird because you sound so sure of yourself on everything else you talk about, Real.
What?
He's trying to choose violence again.
It's alright. We don't always understand what little Andrew is saying.
He has a speech impediment.
Yeah, it's Surroundicus by Iticus.
I believe in it. Wait.
I've been shoveling snow for 50,000 years.
Okay, there's
It's
Wayne
my
there.
penitence for telling the elder god I loved his daughter.
Chris asks us, is Vlad the Violent in this game? Parentheses, do we have an angorous cat?
I don't believe we've got an angry cat.
Lay sad.
I just realized I forgot about something. Okay, after we clear out this thing, we're going back, because we've got a little side quest I want to do. It is important
Okay.
to me.
Side quest, side quest.
It's important. More specifically, it's important to me that you see the side quest.
Yes. The choice of violence is choosy.
Violence cat, he will claw your world. Na, na, na.
So for those in chat who do not understand the reference to Vlad the Violent, one of the Legionnaires had a new kitten at the meetup, and said kitten was absolutely adorable and absolutely obsessed with destruction.
It bit my face twice.
It drew blood from Tex.
Yeah. I know
Andrew, Andy was sitting there holding it, because I don't think we still know the gender, holding
the
it up
gender
to his
was
face.
always known. It is a boy cat.
No, they still haven't found
I don't
the
know
balls,
why you
dude.
keep forgetting this. Yeah, but he's very
No.
clearly not female, because it's real easy to tell when it's a female cat.
They have not found the balls. So anyway, the
Message
point
the
is,
owner right now.
shut up. Andy was holding the cat up to his face, giggling as it was chewing on that scrub that he's got on his chin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mo,
like you stood there for a solid 10 minutes
The
doing
cat-
that, just giggling.
The cat bit OK Mo's teeth. Oh dear God.
It also held Goat's crotch hostage for a while.
Could you imagine, like, you're in your cave, your giant cave system, and just like 30 titanic beings are stomping around. Occasionally, they pick you up, and they're like, "Oh, look at you!"
I do want to see that Lovecraft setting where it's not that the Elder Gods are disdainful of us; it's that they think we're adorable.
Right. Oh, that reminds me. I got mentioned on the podcast. I was the Ox Unplugged podcast. I don't remember what they were talking about, but whatever it was made me remember my bit about how aliens are harvesting us for our memes. And Crispy remembered, and I feel pretty because Crispy remembered my bit.
Oh yeah, he's a good fellow. He's crispalicious.
For anybody who doesn't know, my theory is that the reason why aliens haven't like massively contacted us is because once you have the kind of technology needed to cross between star systems, like from one solar system to another, Earth has nothing you need. Like, quite literally, it would be cheaper and more efficient to just harvest our asteroid belt and leave. The only thing you could possibly need would be topsoil, and that would require the very, very specific odds that you have the exact same topsoil as Earth and somehow ran it out.
Yes.
Which is like, even more astronomically small than there being other life in the world, or in the universe. So because of this, that means the only thing we'd really have of value to another culture would be our culture. And thus, they're harvesting us for our memes.
They sell our stuff like NFTs.
Oh god. That's why NFTs happen. It's the alien conspiracy so that they can make it easier to transport memery.
What are the humans crazy about today, Glibglorp? They seem to worship this little thing they call a pygmy hippo.
It is rather adorable, Glibthrak.
Yeah. It is biting that man. Yes, humans are weird like that.
Turns out that they do the same bullshit that, like, British explorers did in the 1800s. I'm pretty sure it's some kind of religious ritual, and it shows two teenagers, like, cussing each other out on Call of Duty.
I thought you were going to go to route of, like, digging up her dead, and that's how they power their starships. Did I go too far? Did I?
No. I'm focused. That's the only reason I'm not saying shit is because
I'm trying to think of other things to say.
Yeah, I'm focused. Storm's uncreative and.
The motherfucker.
Yeah, no, that might. I am legitimately sorry, Storm.
Well, you've already. So, like, how many feet you got in the grave now?
I'm not. Storm pouting.
I want you to imagine, Rale. I want you to imagine a world where my creations come to life and gently massage you and let you know how loved you are, and that I will never forget the things you say in love to me because I care about you and you were things.
Actually, now you think about it, like, Rale calling Storm untalented is probably one of the most ultimate comedies, if you think about it.
I said uncreative, but
Whatever.
well played.
Close enough. I mean,
Feelings are valid, and you are loved.
He's only a drummer, dude. Come on, Jesus.
You know what? I'm not going to say what I was thinking because it's actually way too mean.
I see. You know what it's like to be in my shoes every once in a while. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can make a mod for, like, Skyrim or shit, what's that game?
Real quick, while this plays, I'm gonna go get a drink because I ran my tea out and now my throat hurts a little. Be right back.
Oh yeah, Mass Effect. Like, imagine modding it where, like, all the replies and stuff of Mass Effect are shit that I would say.
Night Owl quotes, "If aliens are harvesting our memes, does that mean that Area 51 is just VTubers before it was cool?" Chris Picula.
I mean, I would like it, like, once a year, just to have a big old, like, kind of like Burning Man-esque party near that area, like not actually trespassing, and probably not in the city itself because it probably can't handle.
Oh, do you know what happened with the whole Area 51 thing?
They kind of just had a Burning Man-esque party and didn't actually do anything.
So here's the thing. Everything you just described is exactly what happened. About, there was the understanding that there was going to be about a couple thousand people arriving in an area where the nearest town had about 28 residents.
I'm back with tea and peanut butter cookies.
Yeah,
Also excellent. And it's why they ended up diverting it to Las Vegas and having like a big dance party kind of thing. Still, about 200 or 300 people showed up, and even that was a bit of a nightmare for the little town.
Well, I would like it if it was organized enough to where it brings outside money to various local, towns.
To their credit, they did end up. Oh yeah, sorry.
But not so bad where it like ruins just it taxes the infrastructure so much and all that. I mean, I guess it's going to happen, but
To the one organizer's credit, they did manage to get like a large number of porta potties set up beforehand, which honestly was a logistical success of some kind. That said, everything else about that entire thing was a fiasco.
You guys are talking about the Area 41 thing or whatever it is, right?
Area 51, they can't stop us if we're Naruto running.
Yeah, so there's actually a really good internet historian video about that.
Yeah, that's part of what I was talking about. Especially the, part about them realizing, like, you don't want to do this to a town with this small of a population.
Now, okay, what would you want to? How would you melt just one crystal?
Use a smaller flame source.
Because I was gonna say, like, could you Because I was asking if you could if you, Jesus Christ, if you could melt one crystal at a time, you could have made like a step ladder out of that, so you'd have to fight that pig thing.
It's funny you think I'm gonna have to fight the pig thing.
I mean, I know you could easily destroy it, but puzzle wise, that's what I would try to go for to avoid it. Actually, now I see. Is that a stalactite like blocking your way, or is that the background?
And that's the background.
Oh, you can climb that shit. Never mind.
Yep. Climb me.
I think that's my new favorite bit. Whenever somebody insults me, just very angrily start validating their feelings.
No.
Wait. What happens if you summon the flame slime on top of the pillar?
He probably burns down through it.
That's cool.
Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter. Hoi!
Sorry, I like
No,
trying
it's
to see
okay.
how mechanics and stuff like that.
It's definitely
work.
a game that's well suited towards towards discovering all the different mechanics and whatnots that it does.
Yes.
I keep thinking that one thing's like a hamburger, like
Hamburger,
gateway.
cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper.
Damn it! I was thinking it, but wasn't gonna do it, and then Storm goes ahead.
It's called a dick move.
I'm a monster that was summoned by the isekai protagonist, and he forgot to desummon me before he returned back to his homeworld, so I gotta figure out what to do.
Oh, I will say that's another thing about the new Digimon show that made me happy, which is it does answer the all-important question of what if kaiju could kickbox?
Storm, you need to watch Godzilla vs. Hedorah and
That's the
Godzilla
fucking
versus
question.
Megalodon.
Well, and I'm not saying that question hasn't been answered before. I just like seeing additional answers.
Okay. Now, while I do want to do this meltdown,
Also,
we have a
Godzilla
side
vs.
quest.
Megalodon is good.
We're going to Kakariko Village.
Technically, Godzilla can fly.
As we learned in that one very bizarre moment.
And Godzilla can do like a 5-mile long drop kick.
But can because of a Godzilla hula hoop.
I'm sure he can. You know, I'm sure he has in some weird, obscure media too. To be honest,
It is
remember-
Godzilla.
Godzilla did play b-ball against a giant Michael Jordan. I think it was Michael Jordan.
That had to be like a commercial, I'm guessing.
Comic,
Huh.
which I think kind of wasn't. I don't know. Someone's going to correct me in chat. I don't care.
Also, it does make me giggle about the fact that in My Hero Academia, one of the heroes' power was that he turned out to look exactly like Godzilla and have his strength.
Nice.
And so there's just a hero that goes around that is Godzilla Man or something like that.
I wanted to make like a series called John West and the Kaiju Kid, and it was like East and West, where John West is an older man, and he kind of like a younger Clint Eastwood, and his power is basically gun kata and gun fu with pistols. And the Kaiju Kid is like this little, little kid that basically can shoot a freaking beam of laser out of his mouth.
So it's like a classic Western with laser beam! Also, actually, I think you weren't here when we were talking about this, but Andy, Rale had an idea, a very creative idea that I respect, about a setting where it was Monster Hunter, but you were hunting the sentient vehicles that had taken over the Earth. And the more we talked about it, the more it started to become appealing.
Imagine Pokemon, except you go out and capture
It's
a Ford
not
Focus.
Pokemon. You don't capture them, you hunt them. So imagine a bunch of dudes with spears hunting a U-Haul truck like a mammoth.
Isn't that Horizon Zero Dawn or something like that?
Horizon Zero Dawn is definitely one of the inspirations for it. So imagine Horizon Zero Dawn, but they're all like normal fucking cars that just are also sentient.
Oh.
Ford Focuses, which have, really bad endurance.
It's Pokemon with Ford Focuses is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just going to summon some hunters from Monster Hunter, and I'm going to put them in the Cars universe. This is going to be hilarious.
But, as they were talking about it more and more, the more, wait a minute, this could actually work kind of thinking was going on. And I kind of felt bad that you weren't there for it, because it definitely struck me as one of your, what if sort of questions.
I'm wondering what, a set of armor based off of Volkswagen would look like.
No, Blue, they're not Transformers. They're literally just cars that drive themselves around and are sentient in the way that animals are.
Think of those various horror movies where the vehicles gain sentience and start hunting down humans.
Yeah, Christine.
Yep, we looked up.
Maximum Overdrive was the other one.
There was that one where they had the Green Goblin's face on the front of a truck.
Imagine you spend an hour hunting down an RV or a semi-truck, finally take it down, only to get swarmed by fucking Vespas.
I do hate Vespas.
I was going to say, a semi-truck is an awful lot of stuff to make armor out of, but then I thought, well, wait a minute, in Monster Hunter, that's the same thing, but I guess the guild takes its fair share, right?
Yep.
Or they have to refine the stuff down to get, the really high quality of the armor or something.
It's a combination of the guild, and they have to refine the stuff, and... Because the guild does need funds. The guild supports the hunters. You notice, those people get paid and shit.
So, do these sentient cars? Do they have special Do they have sparks from Transformers that make them unique? Not saying that they turn them into Transformers. It's just that's their magic crystal, quote unquote.
We are now.
Oh my!
Oh, God.
Oh my God!
Burn it.
Also, Chris and or Halzakar, your wish of Vlad the Violent might be granted here. what was I saying? Oh yeah. So much in the same way there are palicos, like you do have little little assistant character that helps you. It's a Roomba.
Oh my god. Yes.
Palico Roombas. There's just like Roomba with a chain gun on it.
No, Roomba with a knife taped to it.
That's the
goes
starting
for the
level.
tires.
Do you think anyone has tried to bring a Roomba to Robot Wars that has like, I don't know, a turkey cutter on it or something, and they're like, "This is my robot."
Yes. Do the cars talk? Asks Frozen Hawk Hunts.
No, the cars do not talk. The cars don't... Other than the fact that they drive themselves, in every other way, they are normal-ass cars.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that would be an important like quest based on some modernisms. The monsters are getting too powerful in an area, and it's going to like completely depopulate the humans in that area soon. Some kind of big catastrophe or whatever. And so, like, a big story arc, a big story quest, is finding something that the ancients built once long ago to control the vehicles. And it's like, you basically find the system where they kept track of all of the GPS pins that are in modern vehicles.
Joke's on you, I had mine removed.
But yeah, just the fact that, you know, cars are becoming more and more electronic, so then you find out the truly dangerous vehicles are the ones from before that.
I feel like they have different dangers. Like, the ones from before that are more durable and can't be tracked, but the newer
modern
vehicles
ones
get, like, better fuel mileage, so they go longer without stopping for anything.
Yeah.
They have more stamina as opposed to durability.
And then eventually we'll get a spin-off series where we find out that the cars are just misunderstood and they start to get characters and personalities. We all know how this goes, Rale.
So, imagine like guys like at this, I don't know, office, and he's like, "Why is your Roomba designated as a home defense system?" And he goes, "Well." Then they show a guy, like a bunch of guys break into his house, and a Roomba rolls up and goes beep beep. And they look down, and they're like, "Oh, how cute!" And then it says like 2 hours later, and there's a bunch of police in the house, and there's just blood and gore everywhere, except for this straight line that goes straight to where the Roomba is charging up. That's the only clean part of the floor. And the Roomba just has this red light.
I feel like I have suffered intense brain damage for the last, I don't know, goddamn 15 fucking minutes. But this, Andy, is a rare moment of brilliance. I will give it to you.
Whack's gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Whacker's gonna give it to you.
Sir, you cannot put a 12 gauge on your Roomba. Where's a say that in the law?
At that point, that's just one of those moments where, like, the police officer is just like, I'm making it a law right now, sir. You are clearly not allowed to do this.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, Mo's got it. How do the cars refuel? They have, it was the gasoline, and the gasoline is a self-sustaining resource. But if they burn it too fast, they'll have to let what they've got refuel for a little bit, and that's why they stop for a moment.
Oh, that's why they're hunted, because they get the magical infinite gasoline inside them.
There you go.
Are we saying that we hunt these Ford Focus Pokemans and milk them for their gasoline?
No, we kill them for their oil, just like an American should.
You know, it just occurred to me that as soon as you said that, Whacker, there are certain parts of the internet we should never let know about this idea.
Anyway, this was what I was after. Behold the cat clothes. Yeah.
Let's just say I felt extremely cursed when I learned the term planography.
So, I'll be honest, Storm, when you were talking about, what was it?
Nothing.
the vehicle's starting to get their own characters as time goes on, right? And you're like, you
Yeah.
know where this leads. All I can think of is a very specific subreddit that involves dragons.
Yeah.
There's this red Mustang that just shows up and fucks everybody's day up.
Oh god, yeah.
You learned the planography thing from Gordon, didn't you?
I wasn't trying to say his name, Whacker.
Good job.
Look. He's probably proud, loud and proud. I mean, come on.
I mean, loud, yes. I'm sorry. I love Gordon. Gordon's a wonderful guy. No one ever say I said otherwise. But
Yeah, man.
Meow, 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 meow.
So,
Meow, meow,
I
meow.
don't think this Zelda wearing a cat suit's going to end well on the internet.
Wrong kind of
Nintendo,
cat
have
suit,
you not learned
question
from Bowsette?
Nintendo is like, we're
Please.
dead inside. At this point, we're dead inside. We just
Please, you
don't
think
care
that
anymore.
this is going to make the Zelda stuff any worse than it already is?
Yes.
Andy?
Some of these
Andy?
boys are the evil stud muffins. They got girls in their
sweet
dreams.
summer child,
My
Andy.
sweet summer child, yeah.
No, I'm not saying like this is the most depraved. I'm just saying like you're just handing them the gas now. You're not like it's not by accident anymore. You're participating.
Okay, I see what you... That's true.
Okay, so here's the thing. I went over this when we played Pokemon. They fucking know what they're doing.
Yes. At the moment
Like, they
that you
can't
start...
make it obvious, but they know. They know.
It's the moment that you start seeing Pixar mom hips on all the mothers
all
in
the
Pokemon games.
moms, yeah.
Yeah. They've got some Pixar mom hips.
There we go. Ice Wizard learned.
That wizard you summoned was like, he was my brother. Why did you make me do this? Oh god. And now he's enslaved by you too.
At which point Zelda starts singing, "'Cause ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves."
God damn it, Storm.
I found $20 in this dangerously, lethally cold water. Oh boy!
Hey, man.
$20 is $20.
$20 is $20.
Shit, man.
There was a dollar bill flying across the 8-lane highway that my aunt and uncle were driving on, and like they chased it to a I don't know, somewhere on the side of the road, and someone else was driving up to get it, and they looked at it, and it was a single dollar bill. And guy out of the car was like, "What was it?" He was like, "It's just $1." And he's like, "Oh man, I thought it could have been 100." And they're like, "We did too." And they laughed, and I'm like, "I almost died."
So, OK Mo points out roaming bands of whalers. And now I'm just imagining a bunch of people on rowboats trying to take down a tanker.
Yeah. Aye, there she be. The white ship.
It's just a
Just-
fucking cruise liner. It's a
Just-
spiteful-ass cruise liner.
No, wait, like a white submarine that just like breaks through people's boats from beneath.
Bruh.
I
That
lost.
sub took me leg, and now I'm going to kill it. From Tumbler's heart, I stab at thee.
Oh my god. Wait, I just looked at chat just now. Night Owl, what were you saying, damn it, Storm, about?
I mean, get the fucking list.
I know, but now I'm curious which specific thing.
What did he do this time? There we go.
What do we do with a drunken storm song? What do we do with a drunken storm song? What do we do with a drunken storm song early in the morning?
Feed him some pretzels till he's sober. Also, fun fact.
We don't have enough pretzels.
Also,
Yeah. Also,
Storm, you got that wrong. He said Tumblr's heart, not Reddit's.
Oh, right. Actually, yeah, Night Owl, you know how to do the correction. Can you change that from Reddit to Tumblr?
It doesn't matter at this point, does it? They're the same thing. Same thing. You see an old man and a young man sitting on a hill looking down. It says, "You've never seen a bigger hive of scum and villainy."
I wonder if Night Owl could get a job as a court stenographer, given how much he catalogs our sins.
Do you think technically we owe him, like, therapy pay or something?
That's up for Diggs to figure out.
I think I've mentioned this before. I'm pretty sure, like, if WBPL 76 started making enough money, he would get us all insurance.
Okay. Mechanical issue with the game. I think your water blocks should freeze when you're in this snow.
They do if they touch other ice blocks. But it has to be like proper ice blocks. Wind puzzles.
After Link rescues Zelda and they have their kissy moment. After Link rescues Zelda and they have their kissy moment. No, the cat ears stay on. And with that, I'm going to leave you folks because I have to get ready to go teach.
Have fun, Storm. Be safe.
Will do.
Stormy Storm!
I love you guys.
Bye for
Oh,
the
and
future.
Storm.
yep, and also Andy, you're shedding a lot of stuffing. Like you need to get more hay inside you. I worry about you.
Lose weight, Storm!
But you're a scarecrow, Andy! Also, remember, turkey bacon is the best bacon!
You know...
So the funny thing is that doesn't work when he leaves.
We need to sit him down and tell him that the joke is kind of old. Like, I liked it, but now
I don't know. We should ask an expert on being old. Whacker, is the joke getting old?
No, but you are.
Aren't we
Wow,
all?
Rale?
Aren't we all?
Did you think of that one up, or did you have to take it from a book, too?
Oof, ow, my pride. Oh, wait.
You don't have any.
Yeah, the only kind of pride I have is the parade kind.
You know, I was going to disagree with you, but you defeated me. Congratulations. Alright, I have a question for chat, because chat is full of very smart people that know many things that I don't know.
What?
Is there, like, I don't know, a comic series, because I know there's another TV series of it, of, like, the Transformers and the Decepticons won, and Megatron comes back and, like, rules Cybertron?
I don't know.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Andrew.
I don't think you're much of a Transformers fan, right, Wagger?
Not in particular.
I didn't think so. Your little Zorgling, Zorg Wizard. Priest of Zorg. What is the green? Oh, lightning, I bet.
Yeah, green is lightning.
Yeah, I would think the yellow one was lightning, and like an orange or red one would be fire.
Okay, apparently those guys don't do the job. Noted.
Oh yeah, that was the end of Beast Wars, wasn't it?
What?
Beast Wars.
Oh, yeah.
I think they changed it like in a different season, but yeah, it was like Megatron. Well, I don't want to spoil anything. I know it's.
Yee. Bully Snake, the whole thing is like half the point of streaming is like sharing games and the shit we talk about with y'all. Like that active conversation aspect, even if some of us are better about it than others.
Yeah, you guys don't know about us harvesting your souls while you watch the stream.
Andrew,
No.
you said the quiet part out loud.
Yeah. Well, you were the one bitching about us not really getting any returns anyway.
I don't need any more. I have existed for ages. You slightly less, because you're also a shitty old man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when the Dead Sea was sick.
Andrew! God damn it.
No,
Wait a minute, you get to wear the pot?
What?
Oh, okay, so that's just... Thank you, game, for just
You
immediately...
She could put the pot on like the boot in Mario 3.
Yeah?
Ugh.
Oh yeah, you weren't here for the beginning of the stream where I broke out of jail using that.
Oh. Okay. God, we gotta get Rale to play Mario 3.
Like I said, if Whacker plays the new
Oh.
Whacker.
Okay, Gonzo.
Honestly, the first time I did this, I did it by like brute forcing that shit. The pot's actually highly efficient for that. Noted. Noted and goated.
Come on. Oh, what shall we do with the drunken Andrew?
Alright, so what do we got him in for? Sir, he broke into multiple people's houses and stole various objects from their clay pots and dressers. Well, young man, what do you got to say about yourself? I'm the hero of time and space. Ah, shit, let him go.
Did it just disappear? Do I not get flying laserfish? I am disappointed. Whacker, I blame you.
Yeah!
You can't blame Whacker. That would imply some sense of participation on his lazy ass.
Ooh.
Now get snowballed.
And
Andy, no. Andy, no.
You know what? I'm not taking it back. Fuck you. You can't stop me. Fold my arms.
Rale, I think this is a part where we need to kill the stream before we get WBPL deleted.
I'm gonna be honest. You get what you deserve. Yeah. Shut up, Whacker.
You shut up. Poopy face. You heard me.
Oh shit.
There's a buff one. He thinks it's his brother.
God damn, they must have some levels in Dragoon.
Yeah. Mountain. Okay. Yeah, we still got a little bit of time.
Oh, we don't.
We got like 5 minutes.
You said Herba Mountain, and it just reminded me of all the herbs we had to collect for that dog Pokemon.
It's Hebra Mountain.
Andy's a little special. It's fine.
I know, I'm a lot special.
Andrew.
When the doctor touched my head with the Are You Special device, it exploded.
Andrew.
They kind of just form. That's just the way Zelda works. Snowballs form and roll down hills. That's just what they do. Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like an asshole Deku at the top of the mountain doing that. Or maybe like this world's version of the Grinch.
It is not it's not even Thanksgiving yet. Next week, actually, yeah, next week. So, because I'm gonna be home for Thanksgiving, we will probably be. At least I'll be streaming on Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna make you guys show up if you don't want to, but I'll be here.
It depends on when I am traveling, so
I'll be working on Thanksgiving.
I will not. I only have to work 3 days next week. It's great.
Do they pay you time and a half at least?
I think so. I mean, I wouldn't have to work if certain people didn't shop on holidays. Chat.
I will note if you. I'm torn because on the one hand, shit happens and sometimes you don't have a choice. But if you're just going in to go normal ass shopping and it's not an emergency on a holiday, you're kind of a dick. Even if you don't celebrate that holiday, if it's a major national holiday that you know most people want to, be with their families and shit.
Yeah, the only time I will say that I've ended up going to the grocery store probably like, I don't know, like almost every Thanksgiving I can think of, because there's always something that, we either mess up or we forgot or turns out it was expired or something along those lines. It's not like a general go shopping on Thanksgiving. It's, well, shit.
I worked in Walmart during a Black Friday sale. I actually refuse to go out to Black Friday sales now.
I did that once, and that was kind of one of those, like, okay, that was an experience.
Yeah,
Never again.
It wasn't even worth it. The sales aren't actually that good most of the time.
No, you can just sit at home and get far better stuff, like, online than honestly going into stores.
Yeah.
Also, if you use
Black
price
Friday
trackers, you find out most of the time they up the price right beforehand and then drop it down and it's a fake sale.
Yeah.
The various videos on Black Friday sales have, scared me from. I mean, to be honest, I don't like going out that much anyway.
Oh, most of the time, I would say Whacker is a genuinely, like, neutral to happy person. You want to turn Whacker into very cranky Whacker real fucking fast, it's called holiday traffic. Like, that will drive me to kill.
Also, talk about aliens.
No, that's just because you're a dingus.
Frozen Hawk brings up small city Black Friday sales, but that's the thing. When I worked at Walmart, it was a town of 10,000 people. It was a small town, and it was still fucking awful.
To be honest, I work at a grocery store. It doesn't have, like, toys and stuff, so I never had to worry about working on Black Friday because it's not like we had TVs and the big stuff.
That's valid.
And to be honest, as much as a big deal we keep making Thanksgiving Day itself, it's not slow, but it's not like fast either. It's it's the typical like, oh, we forgot something sale, you know. I don't. At least in my opinion, it's probably not as big as a deal as people bitching about. To be honest, I took it because like, oh, extra money.
Yeah, bonus pay is always nice.
I mean, what am I going to do? Have dinner with my degenerate family?
No.
Pick that carrot up. Yeah.
No, that sounds like bullshit. Yeah. Like,
All right.
substantial bullshit.
Unfortunately, time to wrap up. So, gentlemen, anything to say before we go?
I want some waffles.
With onions and garlic in it?
Shut up, Andrew.
I wish we could hang out at Waffle House, Whacker. We could bother
yeah.
to talk out of the staff. God.
Oh, God.
All right, everybody. As always, stay safe, especially with the holidays coming up. If you're in North America, weather's starting to get colder. People are going to drive stupider. Prepare yourselves. And otherwise, enjoy yourselves. Have a beautiful time. Bye, everybody.
Sandwiches all the time.
Turkey sandwiches for days. Bye!
Yeah.